Welcome, neighbor. And I say neighbor because technically, that's what we are. What is our beautiful blue planet, after all, if not a single globally shared neighborhood filled with people from every walk of life? It's true, we may come from different places. Maybe we're even separated by a vast ocean, or perhaps a sprawling stretch of land. Or maybe we really are practically neighbors. Regardless of the physical distance between us, at the end of the day, each and every human being lives under the same atmospheric roof. We work under the same midday sun and stare up at the same midnight sky as we marvel at the stars. Even the water we drink and the air we breathe is quite literally shared. It's been recirculating for eons throughout our delicately balanced environmental systems. And speaking of our environment, things are beginning to look pretty grim. These last couple of years have felt like they were ripped from the pages of a dystopian novel. People around the globe donned masks and sheltered in place as COVID-19 claimed millions of lives. At the same time, America's West Coast was consumed by flames and choking black smoke as record-setting wildfires burned through millions of acres of land and razed thousands of homes to their very foundations. Some parts of the world weathered fierce droughts, extreme heat, and extreme cold, while others suffered torrential hurricanes and severe flooding. Linking these catastrophes and even greater looming threats is one scientifically undeniable source: climate change. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how electric bikes fit into the picture of lowering greenhouse gases and explore how their widespread adoption can help reverse the effects of global warming. So we humans can keep our beautiful blue marble from being baked into a dry, dusty space fossil. Let's be clear, e-bikes on their own can't solve climate change. But they do hold the key to drastically and quickly reducing greenhouse gases from combustion engine vehicles, also known as CEVs, or just regular old cars. Here's the basic idea. If we can convince just 15% of drivers out there that e-bikes really are a viable commuting option, we could reduce CO2 emissions from those pesky, gas-guzzling cars by about 12%. I know, it's not exactly an even trade. Unfortunately, we do lose a few points for charging our e-bikes back up. While 12% may not seem like an impressive figure, it's equivalent to taking roughly 150 million cars off the road. What's the reverse of gridlocked called? On an individual level, that 12% reduction comes out to 496 pounds of carbon savings per person per year. That's a lot of CO2. So much so, in fact, that it would take approximately 10 mature trees to absorb the same amount of carbon. Maybe that's why weeping willows are always so weepy. One of the most exciting things about the electric bike climate solution is that it's actually pretty feasible. E-bikes can easily operate within existing cycling infrastructure, which means widespread adoption could be implemented almost immediately. And some of the positive climate results would be practically immediate as well. We saw firsthand proof of this when the world locked down in early 2020. It took just a few days for the pollution to clear and for the gray, smog-filled air to give way to bright blue skies. Even wildlife began to spring back in many places. We saw, undeniably, the result of our carbon footprint, and we also saw evidence that it's not too late to turn it all around. A mode shift to electric bikes means less carbon emissions. Yes, but it also means cleaner air and better health. It means eased congestion and quieter streets. It means more public space, more room for pedestrians, and more time outside. And it might even mean a little more peace of mind. So, what's the holdup? It's a two-parter. Part 1. The price of electric bikes has decreased considerably over the last couple of years, but widespread adoption of e-bikes as a primary mode of transportation is going to need a boost in the form of government subsidies. Many governments worldwide have already implemented various programs to help their residents purchase e-bikes for transportation, and thankfully, the US looks to be finally following suit with the E-Bike Act, which would allow for a refundable tax credit for 30% of the cost of a qualified electric bicycle. Not a bad start. Part 2. It's also about sharing the same idea. And the idea we should be sharing is that the impacts of climate change aren't coming soon. They're happening today, right now. And while electric bikes aren't a panacea for global warming, they do offer a unique, easy-to-implement solution that can make a felt environmental difference with minimal hurdles. So please, join us here at Electrified Reviews in annoying your friends, your coworkers, and of course your family about climate change and how e-bikes can help. We'd like to thank our sponsor for this video, Aventon. Aventon understands the dire need for combating climate change and shares our belief that e-bikes are a key component to lowering carbon emissions. They also happen to make excellent e-bikes at affordable prices. If you'd like to see more content like this, please like and share this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.